Well, this time around, the party did not sit around the 2020 draft. What I mean by that, it's when the proposed draft was released, we had the retreat sort of make comparisons between the 97 constitution and the proposed draft, and to see whether the similarities and whether the huge changes in it. When the final draft also was released, we had another retreat and we made some contrasting the 97 constitution, the proposed draft, and the final draft. What has been adjusted from the proposed draft to the final draft. We made those changes. But for the 2024 draft that government has tendered, we did not go for any retreat to make this contrast and comparison, unless what is been evident on the media and what we are able to trash out. Yes, government's interest, of course, it's no surprise. Different stakeholders have different interests when it came to the when it comes to the draft constitution. That is very imminent. But first point is people need to understand the transcending changes when it comes to constitution. For instance, take into account the 1970 constitution. From colonialism, whatever was thrown, like that sovereignty, that independence was accepted. We just needed laws that would govern and push this country. We had that to the coup d'etat in 1994, then 1996, working on the constitution whereby we had decrees, yes sir, yes sir. Who wouldn't want a constitution? Everybody would want a constitution. No matter what constitution was introduced, Gambians were ready to embrace it so that we'll walk away from the decrees. So you will not have challenges like we are not going to accept this, we want that embedded and the like. So that trend and pattern would be different compared to now, when democracy is in the room. Everybody wants to have a slice of that cake that they feel, okay, this is mine, I can have a bite and chew the way that I want. So it's very normal and common that we'll have these differences. No, I want this, I'm not going to accept that. And this has been the case from the proposed draft. When the final draft came, people said, okay, we had our own position paper, but it's not captured, it's not featured in the draft. So it's trending that the 2020 draft was rejected at that parliamentary stage. And there are issues that people said it should be adjusted. We must adjust the draft because something that was rejected by parliamentarians, they have their objections to it. You cannot take the same draft back. I believe that's one thing that has pushed government to say, okay, our interest can best fit in now. Hence the 2020 draft, it can't holistically be pushed back to parliament. Now here comes other stakeholders, be it religious, cultural, or even political parties who are saying, no, we are going to stick with the 2020 draft constitution. You're not going to make any alteration unless parliament does so. It's like we have three interest groups now. Those who say the 2020 draft and nothing else. Those who said we want to get rid of the 97 constitution, as they label it, yeah, Jammeh's constitution. So any constitution we have, no matter what, hence we're going to get rid of the 97, we're okay with it. And the third group is the recent one that said, okay, what government has adjusted, we're in line, we're in support of government, either they're part of the political party or not, but they're in line with this 2020 draft. And it becomes a challenge for parliament now. How do they synchronize this and present a draft that Gambians will say, okay, we're going to go in for this? Because if either party is saying no, then still we're going to stick with the 1997 constitution. But if you ask me, I will conclude by saying at a personal level, hence the party has not sit over it and come out with tangible point or section and say we agree with this or disagree. You know, I feel it's still a good constitution. No document is perfect, but I have some reservations when it comes to what from the 2020 draft, even to presently what government has adjusted when it comes to the draft. This with I cannot say everything is okay, no. But despite that, I am among those who say or those who agree that we need a new constitution.